Hello, my name is Erin Holmes, and I chose to do my presentation on the effect the coronavirus has had on the education system and how to best assist youth in receiving their education as stress-free and as efficient as possible. I was originally going to do my PowerPoint on guns, the increase of price, and the panic buying during this epidemic. But as I was going through current events news, I immediately noticed the articles about parents home quarantined with their children and a variety of struggles that accompany this life change. I made some specific points to hit as well as a variety of questions parents may have. I'd also like to mention that I'm in no way instructing individuals how to live. I'm just giving some general tips that we may forget when the stress gets a little tense. So let's go ahead and pop down to the first slide. It's going to be the discussion points that we're going to hit. So, coronavirus contagiousness causes parents to homeschool. Due to this happening and all the schools closing, school supplies increase in price. Now we have the contagiousness to deal with different personalities and learning habits. One of the things that I'll definitely be going over is scheduling and staying patient, as well as using free resources to keep kids occupied. Some questions that parents may have during this coronavirus school closure is, how do I manage work and school schedules? How do I help children with different learning habits? How do I buy school supplies as efficiently as possible? The next one is going to be questions continued. How can I keep this time as stress free as possible? What are some low cost resources that are available for my child's educational entertainment? We definitely want to make sure that children are staying entertained, but we probably do want at least part of it to be educational. So I'll be going over some of those resources that are available. And is there a free printable schedule that will keep my youth on track? And the answer is yes. And I will have a couple of different examples in this PowerPoint of some schedules that are able to be used. So for that first question, how to manage work and school schedules. The article that I read mentioned setting daily goals, at least 5 a day for children, 3 a day for adults. Children will have a little bit more time on their hands, so seeing that they have a little bit more, we'll give them 5 versus adults giving them 3. Setting a daily and an hourly schedule. We always want to make sure that our time is well constructed throughout our day, and sometimes being able to come back and see what we've done throughout the day is helpful as well. So I have a set daily and hourly schedule. I definitely saw that parents were really beating themselves up about the increase of TV time, but I just wanted to maybe suggest maybe not beating yourselves up due to the coronavirus, the no contact, kids not going to school, not going to outdoor activities. There are 24 hours in a day. We do have to account for them. So a little increase in TV time doesn't seem too terrible. If you do find another way, though, to keep your children occupied, to each his own. It just was one of the things that I saw that I definitely wanted to tell parents, don't beat yourselves up too bad. All right, now the next slide was, how do I teach children with different learning habits? This article down here that's highlighted in blue goes really in depth into that. You can click on that link and get a little more information. But they went into teaching single concepts in different ways. Children are different people, they'll learn different things differently. Um, so definitely trying to make sure that if they don't understand, teaching it in a different way will make for them to get their homework done in an efficient way. All right, the next one was giving balanced attention. As a parent, you know what's balanced attention. I won't tell anybody what to do on that one. What strengths and weaknesses, learn their style of learning. This article also goes into the fact that there are 7 different learning types. So definitely probably trying to figure out which one your child is will make homework time a little more easier. I saw in here to play games, to take advantage of to-do lists and graphic organizers, If instructing more than two children, see to your advantage. Maybe it'll help to have younger and older together so that older can help younger while you're assisting them as well. Observe and review. If you see that there's something maybe your child struggles on, you can observe it, then review the homework in your own private time. Just however you decide to take that is up to you. The next slide that I chose to talk about was how do I buy school supplies as efficiently as possible. This link as well was very informational. The first suggestion that it had was to look at last year's supply. Usually there's a loose leaf notebook, a couple of pencils, a calculator. All that is going to help during this time. Also, to check for warranties, backpacks, coats. This definitely would come into play. They suggested maybe using mechanical pencils instead of wooden. It's to each his own. I prefer a wooden pencil over a mechanical pencil, but I definitely do see the pro in using them. Shop resale, recycle, bundle items. I know that's more commonly online, I believe, but I do think that you can go to certain stores and they will have those bundle items where you can get a couple of things at the price of one, which is always a pro. So my next slide was how to remain as stress-free as possible in this time of, being in really close quarters with our families. It's easy to get snippy and stuff, but probably staying positive would be the best way to start this time off being really good and being really productive. The article went into reviewing methods of positive coping. Whatever works for you is what I would say on that. um, Take time to relax. If you're working, that'll obviously be a little difficult, but just taking those few minutes to, let your brain take a moment, let your body take a moment. It's very good. Meditating. I am love. We definitely want to be conveying that to our families, so meditating with that would definitely be helpful. Um, this was the biggest one, was managing time. When we manage our time well and everything's going according to schedule, it's always a little bit easier. Talking to a trusted person. The article talked about, a positive person may not technically be, a family member. It could be somebody that you met at church, someone you met, while you were out shopping, but making sure it's somebody that you trust is the key. Eating well, making sure that we exercise, sticking to structure is very, very, very important for children. Staying organized is also very, very important. I'm going to go ahead and, these are very general. I'm not going to go too far into them. Like I said, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. Just remind them that, these are very important to be doing while we are down on this quarantine. This is what are some free to low cost resources available for children's educational entertainment. The very first one that I saw was webinars. They are making it to where children can come and follow this gentleman, and he does a presentation on each day on how it is living through a quarantine through children's eyes. It's very interesting. It's very creative. It kind of gets kids. It's still a little bit of TV time, but it's educational. It's good. The next one was animated videos, read alouds, educational websites. Right now, the learning is getting a little more virtual, so maybe hopping on that train. I'm gonna skip forward to the Netflix. There is a kids area. Amazon Prime has a lot of educational shows, and Disney Plus is just always a good way to keep kids entertained, and it is decently low priced. My last slide was about the printable schedules that I had talked about earlier. As you see, it is a daily schedule as well as an hourly schedule. You can obviously take away anything that you want to take away and add anything that you'd like to add, but these are just examples of, you basically wake up, planning out the complete days so that you have everything, on paper. They understand, you understand, and it's great. The below is the link where you can find these printable schedules. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you.